Hey, it's Solei, and this is episode 1 of the MSTR True North World.
Shout out to our sponsors.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to be talking about Theta, and this is the Greek that has allowed me to stop working. So hopefully it will be of interest. I'm calling this Greek fire. I hope you guys like metaphors, because I like metaphors. Sailor's always talking about Bitcoin as fire in cyberspace, and Greeks have options. We already talked about gamma, and the one that I'll be covering is Theta. And fire also stands for financial independence, retire early. So I thought options and Greeks and fire, combine the two, we got Greek fire. Why is there a bird in the picture as well? We'll come back to that. More metaphors. All right, so if you're not into strategy and you're just a Bitcoiner, I don't mean that like in a mean way. You can just be a Bitcoiner. That's fine. But this is an X account came up with this Hornet Bitcoin, and this website is compoundingbitcoin.com. He let me share this with permission. And you can put all your assumptions for what you think Bitcoin will do. And so if you wanted to retire on Bitcoin, I just put in, let's say you have 20 Bitcoin. It's approximately worth about 2 million. Living a modest lifestyle, could you just retire on this? And it even with a decreasing CAGR over the next 30 years, you're going to end up with like $855 million worth of buying power. You can see that your Bitcoin stack is actually going down. So I'm not a never sell your Bitcoiner necessarily. I know that might be heresy in some places. It could be semantics, because you could just say, okay, you want to spend Bitcoin on the things that make your life better. I'll accept that answer. But you can actually do this with strategy as well. You don't have to deal with the options if you don't feel like it. If your strategy stack is big enough, the CAGR is actually double Bitcoin's. So, you can double 855 million and, you're counting billions in 2054. However, I'm a gamer, so I like to optimize everything. If I can do a speed run, I want it to be perfect. And so can I squeeze a few more sats out of this? And with options, covered call specifically, let's say that you were ready to sell your Bitcoin to fund your lifestyle, pay your mortgage, whatever. And someone came along and said, I got a wager for you. If Bitcoin goes up, then you sell me at the higher price, right? Instead of selling it at the current price. And if Bitcoin's price goes down, you just keep it. And to top it off, I'll pay you for taking the bet. That's what a covered call is. So it kind of just only stands to reason that if you are looking to exit that position, selling a covered call will just give you that little bit of cream on the top. And so I also had Grok, actually I had Desmos make this, but Grok gave me the inputs to put into this graphing website. I only got one line, so I kind of feel like this is anticlimactic. I got like ripped off here for a second. But you can see on the right, as the expiration dates get very long, the curve is almost horizontal, because theta is very small. That's the amount of value that the option is decaying every single day. And so you can buy these leaps, you can buy things that are far away, and they will decay very slowly. You're able to keep your purchasing power. And you can see that under, right around 90, it starts to diverge from horizontal. And so long expirations favor the buyer, and these short expirations favor the seller. So when I'm selling my covered calls, I'm going out generally to about 45 days to expiration, which is what Tasty Trades research says has maximal theta acceleration. It was funny, Sailor was talking about if you sell at the money covered calls 30 days out, you can get like 103% returns. And that's absolutely true. However, those are not the most mechanically optimal strikes and expirations. This curve is specifically for out of the money options. I don't really care if it's the 10 delta, the 20 delta, the 30 delta, or whatever. It's going to pretty much follow this curve. And so I'm selling an option at around the 45 days expiration. And then after about 2 to 3 weeks, if the price is holding constant on the underlying asset, you can probably buy this back for about half price and keep the difference and then roll it back out to 45 days again. Hence the Phoenix, because a Phoenix lives its life, burns up, and then is reborn from the ashes. And that's basically what a covered call roll is. So you sell it to open, 2 to 3 weeks later, you buy it to close, and then the Phoenix is reborn and you sell a new one out to 45 days. I should warn you that your shares will, your strikes will be threatened. Shares can and will be called away. But you know, for people who are not afraid to play with fire, you can give this a shot.